Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to have this conversation. This public service announcement. This is over and over and over and over again. It can be politics, it can be about religion, it can be race driven, you name it, whatever side, there's always those one side or the other. Too many people are still walking around eating up the bait. Eating up the bait, fueling their nonsense, their ignorance, their hate. Their number one thing is the division across the board. And then some of y'all want to know why Jesus got you in the desert for 40 years still. Stop. I don't know how many times so many people can say, stop taking the bait. If they keep us divided, hating and attacking each other, we're doing 50% of what they're trying to do to us. Because when shift happens and all y'all been arguing with each other and bickering with each other and attacking each other and cutting each other's throats and can't trust anybody, don't have any, what do you think's going to happen? It doesn't matter what the scenario, who it is, what side of the fence it's on. Again, number one, the propaganda, they're gonna have that right out the gate before anything even gets cold. The ink's not even dry, and they're putting things out like that for that purpose. Your algorithm is gonna feed you one side or the other to somebody else. It's on and on and on. That's how it goes. And I can only speak from faith-based, being a Christian side of what the Bible tells us to do. Now, if you're not of faith, I don't know what to tell you, except for still, you're going to have to stop because of the situation I said before. All of us are down here. All of us are going after each other. Nobody has each other's back. There's no community and unity. It doesn't matter. You can agree to disagree. You can scroll on. You don't have to have those conversations. I have friends that we do not see eye to eye on certain things. And guess what? We're fantastic friends, and we trust and would do anything for each other. That's called being an adult. Okay? I mean, this whole, if it's a thing that you or your family are threatened, not I'm emotional about this, that's different. That's not what any of this is. And then people are like, then people say, oh, well, I'm scared. What are you physically scared? Or are you emotionally upset? Or are you finding an excuse to act foolish? I cannot get past that. Still, here we are, this day and age, everything we've been through, that it's obvious, even if you were not awake to certain things that have been going on and how things have always been and how they've run and the psyops and the on and on, you would think by now people would stop eating up the bait that they're throwing out for things. But yeah, here we are. If you're of faith, it tells you, the Lord is on my side. I will not fear what can man do to me. That's in Psalms 118:6. Again, I don't know how many times to tell you, all the answers are in the book. People think, I don't know, maybe it's an ego thing. Maybe it's an ego and pride thing. Like, oh, no, I'm going to prove my point and I'm going to say my piece about it. And that's fine. People have that freedom of speech to say anything. But when again, same thing with the politics. People losing friends, family, division, community, neighbors, workplaces, all this. This is stupid. Okay, I'm not going to mince a lot of words with this, because here we are, a different scenario. It doesn't matter what it is. If they can cause division on one side, this side versus that side, and people are just eating it up and still playing this game, and they're laughing because people are just, tuck that in, because you're falling for it, and you look, again, it just looks ignorant, and it looks pathetic on so many people. And I don't know what people want to come of any of these scenarios. Again, it's just another division, and it keeps going, and they just keep wearing it out thinner and thinner. What's that old? Those who had kiddos, I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's Pixar. I don't think it's Disney. Maybe it is. I don't know. But it's this movie called Ants. If you have kiddos, you've probably seen it. It's older, and they talk about, it's like the ants versus these grasshoppers. There's way more ants than there are grasshoppers. But the grasshoppers come and they have all this power, and they make the ants work for them and do for them and keep them basically enslaved to their system to do things. And they said as soon as the ants figure out that there's way more of them than there are of us, we're in trouble. See that? You see how that is? I don't know. I just think that I pray and I hope that people, I mean, if you cannot separate things out and see things for what it is, when they're doing the propaganda, when they're trying to create these scenarios for their agenda, the division, then you need to stay off of socials and internet, stuff like that, for a bit. You have to be able to filter through that and not get caught up in that cycle about things. Okay, majority of anything, and I'm going to say the big majority of anything we see, 99% of it is not the truth of how things transpired. Okay, the way technology and everything is today, they will chop things up in whichever side they want it to make it look like, both sides of whatever. And you can, I'm not saying what side is, there's always two sides because they can pit against each other, whatever those sides are. They're always different, okay? They're doing that. I don't know why people are not spending as much time in God's Word praying. What are you doing for your family, your community, preparing for hard times that are coming, learning new skills? You know, knowledge is power. I say it all the time. Why isn't as much energy going into that as it is fueling yourself with propaganda? I don't know. All I can do is get up here and tell you to read it. It's in the book, and to encourage people to, what do I say all the time? Fix your focus. Because goodness knows, it's just like that. And it's so quickly that they look at us and they're like, oh man, these people, they're so easily controlled. They're so easily tilted one way. They're so easily angered. Slow to anger. It's in the Bible. Everything's in the Bible. Do not fight evil with evil. Don't twist that up and get up in my comments talking about, oh, you're saying you got to just lay down and be abused and bullied and killed and all that. No, I didn't say that. Again, that's twisting things up. Don't. Matthew 5, 9 through 10. Blessed are the peacekeepers, for they shall be called sons of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Again, also, people who come at you sideways and try to stir up on one thing and the other and do the attacks. Why are we participating in that? Don't participate in that. It's the same thing when you're on these platforms. Everything is that, don't feed the trolls. Don't give that your energy. Things like that. It comes in waves. It always comes in waves. That they will never let an opportunity go to waste to stir up something. Stop taking the bait. It's just fuel for their nonsense, and it's ridiculous. I don't care who it is, what it is, politics, religions, individuals. I don't care what it is. You can agree to disagree. You don't have to listen. You can. I mean, there's people that I'm like, I don't agree with everything they say, but I agree with, I respect them. I stand for a lot. Or I'm on agreement on these things, but not these things. And people, again, if somebody talking and people are expressing themselves, okay, if you don't like it, don't listen. The same thing up here throughout YouTube, the same way. It's ridiculous. I mean, I was fueled. A huge wave came through yesterday. It's the first time I'll probably ever give attention to something like this. Huge wave. Nonsense. I guess you call them trolls. When the accounts are made 56 minutes before, they throw 11 comments that have nothing to do with the videos, and they start going through being hateful and try to inflict fear and say all this nonsense. Thank you for the algorithm. Thank you. Now you go be blessed. It's nonsense. It's behind, and this society and this era that we've come in for so many years is these, they're big and bad behind these keyboards and everything. They're not doing these things, and then they go around and they fuel up other people, and these masses, and they put out all this stuff. And then they just sit back and they start again because those people are eating up the bait they're putting out. I don't know. I personally, my opinion that I'm going to say, I view that type of stuff is pathetic and weak. And that's just the way I see it. And I'm just hearing too much about, and emails. People are, this whole recent situation. Friends, family. Again, we're doing the same thing. Same thing they did in politics. Same thing they did with COVID. Say on and on. Same. It's the same script. Just a new point that they're using. I hope that in every situation we should always focus on, what did I learn from this? How can I better myself? What can I do for my community, for society, for my faith? What are we learning? That's how we should be looking at things. If you don't agree with things, go on. Go on about your business. What are you supposed to be doing? Please stop with the taking the bait to the division. That's all it is. It's always going to be that way. Get in your Bibles. Go see what you can do in your community. What do you need to do in your home life? What do you need to do for getting yourself prepared? Because all corners are about to pop off right now. We want to talk about that. And the distractions, Lord knows, 99% of it, all of these things are distractions. Okay, here, watch what I'm doing here, because don't look at what my other hand's doing. People I don't understand the falling for things still. And I'm not meaning this to talk down to anybody or be hateful. I'm trying to get people to snap out of it and this cycle that they get people in, on and on. It's ridiculous. It's not causing any growth, it's not better in your life or anyone else's. And again, the bottom line is, fix your focus. What should you be focused on? Get off of things if they're stirring you up so bad, and make that adult, mature decision. I don't need to hear this, and do that. Too much is on about things anyways. All over. Even my own videos, they trigger you and bother you. That's your right. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to listen to her. I don't want to be sub to her. Please find somebody who enriches and betters and helps you, educates you, helps you with growth, or whatever it is that you're needing. Find that. This society is just pathetic. That irritates me more than anything, because people are still falling for it, and they're feeding it and enabling it, and it just triggers, and it just snowballs on and on. I encourage you, please, go outside, get in nature, do better something, whatever it is you're needing, and so you'll be prepared for awful things, I'm sorry, that are coming. The good book says it, and if you're not of faith, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how you're getting through all this. But it says these things would come. This division was going to come. I've always said it, and this is nothing about the trolling that came up. Please educate yourself. Take some time. Secular political state of Israel does not categorize people who are Jewish or Jewish descent, Christian Jews, whatever they practice, which was some of the attacks yesterday. Thank you for the algorithm. And I've always said biblically, keep your eyes on Israel, because things are going to play out, because a lot of things come out of that, because those are a lot of the signs, the times that different things are going on. That is why. That doesn't mean and if you do, that's your business too. You support other countries, or even your own country's government, and agree with what they're doing. Let me ask a lot of you, would you want to be judged on from other people on what our government does? And there's these stereotypes that are okay for this groups, but not for these groups. They're okay for this side, but not that side. Political, religion, race, lifestyles, whatever. On and on and on and on. They always pit each other against each other. Again, that's the propaganda. That's the whole thing about stirring up division. Please fix your focus. Stop the cycle. Do what you need to be doing. Please. I mean, I hate to have to come up here and talk about this, but I mean, truly, it's pathetic at this point. Y'all stay well. God bless, and I'll see you next time.